Good morning. Members of the classes of 2020 and 2021, family and friends, distinguished guests, Trustee Walensky and Provost Bjorkman, on behalf of the faculty and staff, welcome to the University of Toledo College of Law commencement ceremony. This is a very unusual commencement ceremony, but is a very special one for me. This is my 6th commencement as Dean of the College of Law, but it's the first where I've had a majority of you as students. I have to say that when I told many of you in first-year property that I look forward to giving you your hoods at commencement, this isn't exactly what I had in mind. But under the circumstances, I'm very glad to be here in person with you today. Graduation from law school is a tremendous achievement in any year. For the classes of 2020 and 2021, you have shown tremendous resilience in the face of the greatest public health crisis of our lifetimes. The past year has been incredibly hard for all of us. Commencement is always a celebration of not only the achievements of the graduating class, but also a celebration of the parents, grandparents, spouses, children, siblings, and other family and friends who have supported our graduates throughout their law school journey. This year especially, we have all needed the support of our community. Today is also a celebration for the faculty and staff who have been with graduates every step of the way. They are very proud of your accomplishments, and we all know the tremendous amount of hard work that went into the degree that you are earning today. We know the countless hours that you spent reading, writing, studying, and thinking about the law. When you started your first year, we told you that law school would change how you think and, in a sense, change who you are. Now, several years later, I hope that you can appreciate how true that was. You came in as law students, and now you leave as lawyers. Earning a law degree is no easy task, and is something very few people in our society are able to do. To have done it under especially challenging circumstances is an even greater accomplishment than usual. Congratulations. As I mentioned, this is my 6th commencement as Dean of the College of Law. I'm incredibly happy and proud to be part of this great law school. One of the privileges of being Dean is having the opportunity to give some advice to the graduating class. This year is a little different than most. As we are hopefully coming out of the worst parts of the pandemic, we are entering a world that will be different than the one we had before. How exactly it will be different remains to be seen. I am confident, though, that the basic rules of success for professionals will still apply in a post-COVID world. So I'll touch on some of the points that I always address in commencement. Many of these points, unsurprisingly, echo the ones I made when we first met at orientation. I encourage you to be ambitious. Ambition is a great thing. Set your sights high and work hard. Having a law degree will open many doors for you. Take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves. But also define your own success. Be ambitious in achieving goals that you set for yourself, not goals that others may expect of you. At the end of the day, after all, it is your career, not somebody else's. And always look after your well-being and the well-being of those closest to you. My wish for you is that you have a successful career full of professional achievements that you can be proud of and also lead a happy and fulfilling life. I also wish for you that you can look back on our current crisis later in life and can say, truthfully, that it was the single most challenging thing that you lived through. As a professional, always act with integrity and look after your professional reputation. We talked about this at orientation and it's worth revisiting now. I cannot emphasize how much reputation will matter for your career. I practice law in New York City, one of the largest legal communities in the world, and even in New York, people's reputations, good or bad, spread widely and quickly. In smaller legal communities, reputation is even more important. Here in Toledo, many people talk about the Toledo way of practicing law. One of the core tenets of the Toledo way is that you can be a vigorous advocate for your client without being unpleasant about it. Your adversary in one case may very well be someone who refers a client to you down the road. So treat your adversaries with respect. More broadly, treat everyone with respect, and always try to be your best self. If you do, you will have a happier and more successful career. Being a lawyer gives you great power. It's a privilege to be a lawyer, and that privilege brings with it an obligation to serve the public and the profession. There are many ways to serve the public, but please work hard to find the time to provide legal services to those that cannot otherwise afford them. Law touches everything in our society, and you can have a tremendous impact on the lives of your clients. Even when we aren't in the midst of a pandemic, graduates have to move quickly from celebrating graduation to preparing for the bar exam. During the pandemic, preparing for the bar exam will be even more stressful and complicated than usual. It'll be hard, but I assure you that we will continue to be there to help you every step of the way. We'll stay in touch as things develop, and we will connect each of you with a faculty mentor who will help support you as you prepare for the bar exam. Keep working hard, and I'm confident that all of you will do well. While we shouldn't ignore our present circumstances, we shouldn't let them get in the way of celebrating your achievements. Congratulations. Through a lot of hard work, you've earned a professional doctorate. That's a big deal, and you should be proud. Now, audience members, can we give our graduates the first of what I hope to be many rounds of applause? Congratulations. Now, to bring you official words of welcome from the student body, it's my pleasure to introduce Nick Godey, immediate past president of the Student Bar Association. Mr. Godey.
Take this bad boy off. Thank you, Dean Barros. Hello and welcome, trustees, administrators, deans, distinguished alumni, family, friends, and less successful siblings. We appreciate all of you for taking time out of your days today to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. First, to my fellow classmates. For a few weeks now, I've been pondering what I might say to you today. I was searching for the words that would resonate and might appropriately encapsulate our time together in law school. And every time that I did, I kept coming back to the same short but accurate statement. That was awful. It has been accurately stated that there are 3 stages to law school. In 1L year, you're scared to death. In 2L year, you're worked to death. And in 3L year, or as we so fondly call it, 3LOL, you're bored to death. Despite all of those normal and abnormal trials and tribulations that we faced during law school, we came out on top, even despite a national pandemic. I'm sure that if you asked most of the graduates here today how they were able to do it, they would probably tell you that they have no idea. I am certainly one of those students. Others might say that it was hard work and discipline, and that is certainly true. But ultimately, I think we'd all be lying to ourselves if we did not admit that at least a little bit of luck was also involved. Maybe it was squeaking by a passing grade in a class we were sure we had flunked, or maybe it was finding an outline for a class that we rarely took notes in. You know what they say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then, and it seems that we have all found just enough to make it here today. In addition to hard work, dedication, and varying degrees of luck, there were many other people who have helped us on this journey, and I'd like to thank them now. First, and probably most importantly, are our family and friends. We may have missed some get-togethers and family gatherings from time to time, but we were fortunate enough to have loved ones like you who understood the difficult journey that we were on. We may have even been caught running through flashcards at the dinner table at Thanksgiving, but you looked the other way. In addition to hard work, dedication, you also probably noticed as we began to change throughout our time in law school. As the months went by, we became more and more analytical of even life's most mundane events. I'm sorry to inform you, but this change is likely permanent. And any time that you confide in us with life's problems, we will certainly be thinking of a way to sue somebody. For all of the love and support that our family has provided throughout these years, we thank you. If not for you, we may not be sitting here today. Secondly, I think we can thank our peers here at UT Law. For me personally, the relationships that I have made here at law school are sure to last a lifetime. Beyond the emotional support that law school friends can provide, they also are probably the only people in your lives that truly understand the difficulties that you're going through in law school, especially for a first-generation attorney like myself and many of my classmates. On our first day of orientation, Dean Barros foreshadowed the value of these relationships that we would make here. He even said that some of us would end up married. While the second part never panned out for me, the first certainly did, and I am grateful for those relationships. By the way, for those of you wondering, Dean Barros was correct. We did have classmates that got married. Finally, we also have the faculty and staff at the University of Toledo to thank for our success here today. From the Dean's Suite to the maintenance staff, we have been blessed with the best here at UT Law. We have had the privilege to be taught by professors who are nationally renowned in their areas of expertise. Beyond their impressive accomplishments in academia, the professors at Toledo Law are also quite interesting. Whether it was Professor Davis playing the air guitar for nearly 10 minutes in our very first law school class, or Professor Chafee pacing back and forth in the front of the room, almost certainly discussing a hypothetical wherein he was eating Chipotle, or Professor Kilbert's many dances. We had the honor of learning from many incredible and interesting professors. Thank you for the support that you've provided us both inside and outside of the classroom. In concluding my remarks this morning, I will say this to my fellow classmates. Law school may have been awful, but we came out on the other end with the one thing that we hoped of achieving, a JD. While the B word still looms around the corner for most of us in July, we have already accomplished so much and deserve to take time to celebrate today. So today we celebrate, but on Monday we study. Thank you. I also have the honor of presenting the Outstanding Faculty Award. Each year, graduating students nominate one professor to receive the Outstanding Faculty Award. This year's recipient has been my favorite professor since I took his class my second semester of 1L year. This professor has always gone above and beyond both inside and outside the classroom to ensure that his students were excelling in his class, in the profession, and most importantly, in life. Before announcing the winner, I would be a little remiss if I didn't share some of my favorite fun facts about this professor. And if my fellow classmates don't know who this is by the time I'm done, I would be a little surprised. So, first fun fact. This professor loves Chipotle, and he one day hopes to open his own franchise. He also loves Pop-Tarts, but it was always unclear to me whether he loved Pop-Tarts more than Chipotle. So we might have to ask him on that one. Second, while he cannot prove it, he is certain that the famous rapper Machine Gun Kelly, also known as MGK, once made him a burrito. And finally, and most impressively, this year marks the second year in a row that this professor has been the recipient of this award. Please join me in giving a round of applause for this year's recipient of the Outstanding Faculty Award, Distinguished University Professor Eric Chafee. Unfortunately, Professor Chafee was unable to attend today's in-person ceremony, but he assured me that he is watching virtually, so congratulations, Professor Chafee. Professor Chafee also asked me to pass on words of congratulations to the class, and he also said something in an email to me that I don't think he intended that I quote, but I'm going to anyways. This is the quote. "I'm really proud of everything that this class has accomplished, and I hope that everyone stays in touch. One of the wonderful things about my job is to meet bright people and to help them, at least in a small way, to move their lives forward." Thank you, Professor Chafee, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Gode. To give the faculty welcome, it's my pleasure to introduce Professor Ben Davis. While he might not need an introduction, I will tell you that Professor Davis recently retired from the College of Law in January 2021 after nearly 18 years of service. He's a graduate from Harvard Law School, as you can tell from his very fancy red robe he's wearing today. He is a widely crimson, excuse me, sir. Yes, correct, crimson. He is a widely recognized expert in international dispute resolution, and he created our Guantanamo Bay Military Commission's Human Rights Observer Program that I know a number of you were able to participate in. His accomplishments are too numerous to mention in depth, but I do want to note that he was named the D'Alembert Raven Award winner by the ABA section on dispute resolution during their virtual conference last month, which recognizes significant contributions to the dispute resolution field and is really, truly a very big deal. Since he retired just a few months ago, I really missed his wisdom and good humor. Professor Davis.
Listen to the tears roll down our face as you turn to go. Listen to the tears roll down our face as you turn to go. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Listen to my heart break every time you go away. Listen to the banjo wind, a sad song drifting low. Listen to the tears roll down my face as you turn to go. That is the effect of each of you on the faculty. Whether you graduate summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or thank you laude. We will miss you terribly. Now, as to the bar exam, and I know some people in here have already passed, yeah. Just remember to own your brilliance. What does that mean? Well, there are two versions, okay? The first one is what I call the courage version. And it goes, well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. Or as he goes, hey, there ain't no easy way out. You know that one from Tom Petty, right? If not, you can Google it, you know. And then there is the Own Your Brilliance version, which is something like this. I see you've got your fist out. Say your piece and get out. Yes, I get the gist of it, but it's all right. Sorry that you feel that way. The only thing there is to say, every silver lining's got a touch of gray. Boom, I will get by. Bam, boom, 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 boom. I will get by. I will get by. I will survive. Okay, let's get you to do that. Ready? We will get by. Try it. We will get by. We will get by. We will survive. Okay, I gotta stop. All right. All right. Now, out in the world, if you are feeling down, keep this in mind when you feel like, okay, that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's just the way it is. But don't you believe them? Okay, all right? And in the further Own Your Brilliance version of this, think, especially when times are tough, I know the rent's in arrears. The dog has not been fed in years. It's even worse than it appears, but it's all right. Cows giving kerosene. Kid can't read at 17. All the words he knows are obscene, but it's all right. Once again, I will get by. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I will get by. Bo-da-da-da-da-da-da-doo. I will get by. I will survive. Say that to yourself. That's the Own Your Brilliance, okay? And remember, everyone has to pay their dues. But your power is in deciding with whom you will spend your precious life paying your dues. Who will you learn from? Your life. That famous life starts now. So run to it. Run to that thing you think you want to do. And after a year or two, you wake up and you're not excited about it, do something else. What else? Something else that you think you'd want to do. And in about 5 or 10 years, or maybe some of you are already there, make a list of all the jobs you've had with the responsibilities you had, and write down what you liked about your job and what you hated about each of the jobs. And you'll see a pattern as to what you like. From that, you'll know who you are and what you want in work. Then, always pick work that has those things you like. It's just really simple. By the way, there are 2 kinds of bosses, remember. Those who bully you and those who praise you. 2 sides of the same coin. Both are trying to get work from you. Once you free yourself from the emotions each cause, guess what? Work becomes fun. And if you put in a resume, and then in the interview they ask you about something not on it, no, that is the X+1 game. X is your resume, +1 is the excuse they're trying to have to not hire you by asking you something like, look at my resume and say, well, Davis, you're great, but do you speak Swahili? Nothing on the resume says I speak Swahili, right? And you feel, oh man, if I just studied and learned Swahili. No, it's a game. Be ready for it. And everyone here knows that along the way there are those who will put you down, right? You'll sense it and wonder if you're just overreacting. You aren't. As Maya Angelou said, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. But because you're a human, if someone gets to you and it hurts, here is a little help. Say this to yourself. I wish that for just one time you could stand inside my shoes. And just for that one moment, I could be you. Oh, yes. I wish that for just one time you could stand inside my shoes. Then you'd know what a drag it is to see you. Free yourself of that pain. Say that inside. That's the worst diss I've ever seen in a rock song. And then you drop the mic. Now, just own your brilliance. Now, while some say life will beat you down, break your heart, steal your crown, you've started out for God knows where. I guess you'll know when you get there. Stand there in your spangled leather poncho and your elevator shoes and be that bodacious cowpoke. You are the radio star. You are the radio star. So many roads will await you. Run to them with love and life. Own your brilliance and have fun. So like each faculty member each year, when we watch you graduate, enjoy the party after, and we see you head to the cars with your family and friends, we will try to keep you off our mind, but there are moments that I find I'm not feeling so strong. And we will always be there for you along your way if we can help. We walk in with you to every meeting you go to saying, make it so. And so, like a steam locomotive rolling down the track, I'm gone, and I know nothing's gonna bring you back. So as you scatter, remember, we are the scatterlings of Africa. Oh, na mona wea, each uprooted one. Oh, na 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 na, on the road to Philamanga, where the world begun. I love the scatterlings of Africa, each and every one. In their hearts a burning hunger beneath the copper sun. Yo, boha, yo, ho-ha, ho, yo, boha, yo, boha, yo, bo-ho-ha, yo, boha. As Nelson Mandela said, it is music and dancing that makes me at peace with the world and at peace with myself. Asimbo nanga, asimbo nango Mandela chiwa, la pe kona, la peleli kona. Asimbo nanga, asimbo nang. I go too much. Listen to the tears roll down my face as you turn to go. Listen to the tears roll down our faces as you turn to go. Listen to the tears roll down my face as I turn to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Davis. You are truly irreplaceable in the best sense of that word. Since we've not been able to get together in person to celebrate your retirement, I had intended at this moment to give you a retirement gift. Ah, here they are. Thank you. Being wrapped. Odette suggested that we get something for your new office. Congratulations and enjoy your retirement, even though we know you won't be slowing down much, and I hope to continue to see you. You bring great joy to my life personally, so thank you.
Thank you, brother.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Aliyah Kadri, this year's valedictorian. Aliyah received her bachelor's degree from BGSU and her master's in public health degree from the University of Toledo. She's a past executive editor of the Law Review, and her note was published in volume 51. Aliyah has been a law clerk for Spengler-Nathanson since January 2020 and just become an associate, having recently passed the February 2021 bar exam. Congratulations, Aliyah. Get with another one later, so you can just put that down there for now.
That's a tough act to follow. Okay. Dean Barros, esteemed members of the faculty, dearest family and friends, and fellow graduates. Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to say a few words. I'm so honored to have this opportunity to speak to you today, and I'm so grateful that we're all able to be here together to celebrate this momentous occasion. Today we celebrate the commencement of a long and arduous journey that we've traveled in pursuit of a law degree. A journey that's been filled with hard work, riddled with anxiety, and burdened by unprecedented circumstances. But nevertheless, we persevered and we succeeded in earning our JDs. As we celebrate this remarkable accomplishment, I can't help but reflect on the past several years and think how far we've come and how much we've learned since our first year. When we started as 1Ls, we really didn't know what to expect. We were anxious and uncertain, and about what challenges law school would bring and whether we could handle them. But eventually we found our way, and we acclimated to the demands of law school by learning how to manage the long and complicated reading assignments, how to prepare for the mental marathon of final exams, and most importantly, how to survive the dreaded cold call. And we learned that when your answer caused a certain professor to ask, are you sure about that? You definitely should not be sure about that. But just as we learned how to navigate the situation, a global pandemic completely upended our lives and disrupted our schedules both at school and at home. And while I don't want to rehash the details here today about that experience, I do want to say how much I admire all of you for your incredible fortitude and for supporting each other through such adversity. I'm so proud to be a part of this community of extraordinary people, and I'm proud of all that we've achieved despite these unusual circumstances. And of course, we didn't get here on our own, so I'd like to take a moment to thank those who helped us get here. To our family and friends, thank you for loving and supporting us unconditionally and for cheering us on when we needed the encouragement to keep going. We could not have made it here without you. And to our professors, thank you for not only teaching us the law, but for helping us develop the skills necessary to become effective lawyers. Your commitment to our education has opened the door to our future, and as we embark on our next journey, no matter what course we choose, we'll take all that you taught us and use our degrees to zealously advocate for others and be agents of positive change. To my fellow classmates, congratulations on this tremendous achievement, and good luck on all your future endeavors. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to welcome today's featured speaker, the Honorable Connie Zemmelman. Judge Zemmelman is a 1981 alum of the College of Law and was appointed to the bench in 2007. Before that, she spent 15 years practicing law, 7 as a staff attorney in our own legal clinic, and 3 as a magistrate in the Lucas County Probate Court. She's an active member of the Human Trafficking Coalition and Trauma Coalition of Toledo. She has served on many boards, committees, and legal organizations and is a well-respected member of our community. She's also a recipient of the Distinguished Service Award for Access to Justice and the Distinguished Toledo Lawyer Award from the Toledo Bar Association. Most recently, she was selected as a 2020 Milestone Winner Award recipient by the YWCA of Northwest Ohio. This award is given to honor women who demonstrate outstanding leadership qualities and achievement or distinction in career and community work, and who, through their efforts and accomplishments, have opened doors for other women to achieve their potential. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Connie Zemmelman.
So did Professor Davis make y'all answer your exams by singing the answers? All right. Hey, congratulations. You've made it. I'm so excited for you. It's wonderful. And now there's only one little test standing between you and your futures as lawyers. That test, the bar exam, is as much a physical endurance test as it is a mental challenge. It's important to be physically prepared by eating healthy, doing some form of physical activity, and getting adequate sleep. But that's not all. Please do not take this exam for granted. Whether you are an A student or an average student, preparation is key. Plan your weeks leading up to the exam and stay on track. Trust me, it really all matters. I've thought a lot about the impact of this last year on us. It's been an awful year. But there are some lessons we have learned from this, and some positive changes that I hope we will see. As you embark on this new chapter in your lives, you will experience the practice of law in a way no other graduating class ever has. Zoom hearings and meetings will likely continue to be a daily part of the practice. Witnesses will be able to avoid long-distance travel in many cases. You, as lawyers, will often be permitted to appear virtually in certain matters rather than making a trip to the courthouse, thus avoiding travel time that is billable to your client and better spent working on other matters at your office. My hope as our country emerges from its cocoon of isolation is that you appreciate the importance of community. Although human beings are not meant to be alone, many have found it more comfortable isolating rather than personally interacting with others face to face. Your class has experienced both in-person and virtual learning. I'm fairly certain that the majority of you has missed the personal connections with your professors over the past year. Those of you in clinics have felt the positive impact of making eye contact with your clients, reassuring them that you are going to do everything in your power to meet their legal needs. That personal contact means so much to the client and gives you that added incentive to make a positive difference in someone's life. The profession of law is meant to be interactive and communal, not just with your clients, but with each other. Networking from the comfort of your home or office is simply not as effective as networking with your colleagues at bar association functions, continuing legal education seminars, or having lunch with a colleague to get advice on a case. Excuse me. Sorry, I need a little water. The practice of law should be fun. When I was a young lawyer, a more seasoned attorney asked me how practicing law was going. I said it was good. I liked my practice, my clients, but it was also really stressful. He asked me if I was having fun. I really hadn't thought about it that way before, and I said, I didn't know. But that simple question made me realize that law is a profession, not just a job. In order to have fun, you have to be involved with other people, and that involvement is fundamental to the profession. A few months later, I became involved with the Toledo Junior Bar Association. I met some incredible people, and I made lifelong friends. I participated in the annual Gridiron Show, which was so much fun. The Gridiron Show, for those of you who don't know, is a musical parody of national and local events and people, portrayed by young lawyers. The audience consists of many attorneys, their clients, and friends. Not only was my participation in the show fun, it also made me a better lawyer. I remember being strongly encouraged to sing in the show. I didn't know Ben Davis then. You have to understand that we were on a stage in front of several hundred people. I did it, maybe not with the best voice, but I did it. As a result, I felt more confident appearing in court and became a more effective advocate for my clients. Now, from a judicial perspective, I have a few pieces of advice. First, always be honest. Honesty means being honest to your clients, your colleagues, the court, and most importantly, to yourself. You will be the first to know if you've represented the whole picture or only part of the truth. Before long, others will know whether you are trustworthy. Trust, once lost, is extremely difficult to regain. One important tip: be careful not to vouch for the truthfulness of something that your client says. There is a difference between your representing that something happened and stating that your client said something happened. Integrity and character are the most important traits of a lawyer and will take you very far in this profession. Secondly, be prepared. Your clients deserve it, and the court expects it. Allowing cases to drag out because you were not prepared to go forward is not fair to your client and will gain you a reputation of being lazy. Thirdly, treat every client like they are important. Whether the client is paying or is a pro bono appointment, you have taken an oath to do your best for them. And finally, be professional. Know the protocols for each court before you appear. Treat everyone with respect, from the clerk to opposing counsel to the judge. You will find the best way to gain respect is to give it. And being respected is fundamental to successful lawyering. I served on the bench for almost 14 years and practiced law for 25 years before that. I am proud of my career because I know that I always did my best, treated others with respect, and showed them compassion. So my hope for you is that you are able to say at the end of your career that you were successful because you worked hard, cared about your clients, treated others with respect, and most importantly, had fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Semmelman. Before we present hoods, confer degrees, and award diplomas to the graduating class, I would like to introduce the member of the Board of Trustees who is here with us today. Richard Walensky is a 1969 graduate of the College of Law and was the founding editor-in-chief of our Law Review. He's a well-known and well-respected attorney in Toledo and was appointed to the board in 2019. He's currently with the firm Browse McDowell and practices in the area of contract, corporate, and commercial litigation. We are delighted that Dick has joined the Board of Trustees, and we're glad to have him with us today. Trustee Walensky, thank you for joining us. I would also like to introduce our provost, Dr. Karen Bjorkman. Dr. Bjorkman is a world-class astronomer and distinguished university professor. Before becoming provost, she served as the dean of the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. Dr. Bjorkman, thank you for joining us today. We will now present hoods, confer degrees, and award diplomas to the graduating class. I ask Senior Associate Dean Jeffrey Rapp to present the class and Trustee Dick Walensky to confer the degrees. Senior Associate Dean Rapp.
Will the candidates for Juris Doctor and Master of Studies in Law please stand? Trustee Walensky, as Senior Associate Dean of the University of Toledo College of Law, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the degrees of Juris Doctor and Master of Studies in Law.
Thank you, Dean Rapp. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Toledo College of Law, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Toledo Board of Trustees, I confer upon all of the qualified candidates, including those in absentia, the degrees for which they have met all requirements, with all the rights, privileges, and prerogatives pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you. You may be seated. Before graduates come forward to give their name cards to Dean Rapp and receive their hoods from me, a few things. One, unfortunately, we're not able to shake hands, but be assured you all have our enthusiastic congratulations. During your hooding, you'll be photographed by the university photographer. Immediately after your hooding, please proceed down the other ramp to pick up your diploma case. Another photographer will take your picture there. These photos will be made available to the graduates online. Once you leave the stage and are going down there, you may take off your mask briefly during the photo, but must put your mask back on before you return to your seat. I ask you to hold your applause. However, spontaneous outbursts of joy are acceptable. The graduates should now come forward individually to receive their hood from me. Associate Dean Salem and Assistant Dean Tomlinson will assist you.
We begin by calling the graduates of the class of 2020 who are joining us this year to the stage. Joseph L. Barroso, Jr. Benjamin Adam Colston. Gregory Eugene Crouch II. Raina Dawson, Joint, JD MBA. Sophia M. Eufrasio. Joseph Leo Gamori. Aaron R. O'Neill, cum laude. Danielle N. O'Rourke. Sarah Kathleen Stafford. Brian Aaron Williams, cum laude. Jacob Blake Williams, magna cum laude, joint JD MBA. Peggy Ann Estes, Master in Study of Law. We also recognize a class of 2020 graduate attending via live stream, Catherine Marie Sarver, magna cum laude. We now invite the graduates of the class of 2021 to the stage. David Paul Arnold. Samantha R. Ayers, cum laude. Jing Bao. Nicholas D. Godi, magna cum laude. Nicholas William Bartlett, magna cum laude. Brittany Batch. Lauren Best, cum laude. Jennifer L. Brown, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Calamunsi, Jr., cum laude. Nicholas Catania, cum laude. Nicole E. Cody. Miranda J. Durman Elian. Alicia Diaz, cum laude. Katerina Dumont. Joseph Connor Dunn, cum laude. James F. Duranchek. Hannah Rose Doschel, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Easton, magna cum laude. Kemper James Fullerton. Samuel E. Gold, cum laude. Misty D. Goodrick. Christine Victoria Grayjack. Lindsay J. Gummersell. Leah Michelle Hetrick, cum laude. Mary C. Hoffman, cum laude. Cody Lewis Holbrook. Nathaniel Truth Moraleja Hoover. Morgan Eisenberg, cum laude. Aaliyah Kadri, summa cum laude. Rochelle Kanja, cum laude. Riham Mahdi. Matthew Parker Markley, magna cum laude. Virginia G. Matherly. Madison Nicole Kenny McWilliams, cum laude. Aubrey E. Merkel. Marcus J. Mick. Shelby C. Miller, magna cum laude. Haley Dawn Mize, magna cum laude. Madison Taylor Morin. Braden A. Moore. Cameron Michael Morrissey, cum laude. Kathleen Murray, magna cum laude. Brooke Lindsay Newcomer. Malaya Newell, cum laude. Dana Paswick. Daniela Parrish. Casey Holman. Hannah Lee Polly. Heidi Rautiola, cum laude. Randy N. Sargent. Michael A. Smith, cum laude. Paula Stanowski. Chelsea Virgils, cum laude. Connor L. Vaverka, cum laude. Avery Walker, cum laude. Jacob Wenman. Ruth Willer, cum laude. Damon Christopher Williams, cum laude. Rebecca Wise, magna cum laude. Amelia Wolf, magna cum laude. Derek Yant. Robert James Worthington, Master of Studies in Law. Nicholas Kulik, Master of Studies in Law. We also recognize class of 2021 graduates attending via live stream. Anthony Bryce Kapser, Jeffrey J. Dennis, Nicholas J. Fall, Logan B. Francisco, Taylor L. Hannencroft, cum laude, Sherry Robeson, Andrew Bradley Wobser, magna cum laude, Abigail Elizabeth Fry, Master of Studies in Law, Christy Ann Heath, Master of Studies in Law, Kenesha Jean McDavid, Master of Studies in Law, Nathan Edward Poole, Master of Studies in Law.
Thank you, Dean Rapp. Let's just give another minute or two for the photos. Congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021. Please join me in welcoming our new Juris Doctor and Masters of Study of Law in Law degree recipients. At this time, I would like to invite the Honorable Jack Puffenberger, President of the University of Toledo Law Alumni Affiliate, to step to the lectern to welcome our new alumni. Judge Puffenberger is a 1978 graduate of the College of Law and has been the President and Administrative Judge of the Lucas County Common Pleas Court, Probate Division. I've had the pleasure of working with him this year, and I thank him for his continued support of and involvement with the College of Law. Judge Puffenberger.
Thank you, Dean Barros. It's a pleasure to be here. I know that you all are hungry and want to go to the bathroom. I have three minutes. That's it. I don't normally get invited to participate in events like this, and there are several reasons for that. One of them is that I tend to drift from my text a little bit, and I'm going to do that for just a little bit. I just want you to know that we are aware that all of you out there and the people up in the seats want several things for you. They want you to have a successful career. They want you to have the respect of your colleagues and your family and friends. They want you to make a difference, and that's what you want also. And I'm going to tell you in 30 seconds exactly how to do that. And I'm also going to give you a verbal meme that you can picture in your mind. You can always remember on how you do that. First of all, only thing you have to do is you have to have the characteristics of two people who you just met. You need to have the integrity, the knowledge, and the basic human dignity of these two people sitting against the rail right over here, Trustee Dick Walensky and Judge Connie Zimmelman. Those two individuals are not here by accident. They are the gold standard of graduates of the University College of Law. You should emulate them. There's an outstanding faculty. We have a tremendous faculty at the University of Toledo College of Law. They have prepared you well. Now you need to emulate those two people. The verbal meme, you've all seen these memes on the internet where they have the stick figures, well, picture in your mind at the top of this meme, there's a saying that says, in a world when you can do anything you want, and at the bottom it says, be like Dick and Connie. Those are my words to you. Now back to what I was supposed to say for my last minute and a half. In recognition of your accomplishments and the greatness which you have yet to come, it's the pleasure of the College of Law Alumni Affiliate to present you with a special gift which you will receive at a drive-through pickup in the law school parking lot following the ceremony. Alumni of the College of Law have purchased diploma frames so that each of you may proudly display your degree from our College of Law. And those of you, family and friends in the audience, these things are kind of pricey. I wouldn't pass this up. I would drive through today and pick up the frame. The University of Toledo Alumni Association also presents you with a 5-year complimentary membership to the University of Toledo Alumni Association. Each of you sitting on the floor here this morning follow in the footsteps of 8,000 alumni of the College of Law and are now part of a network of over 168,000 graduates from the University of Toledo worldwide. Today is one that you will never forget. On behalf of all of our alumni, I thank you for making a difference and representing the University of Toledo and the College of Law with distinction. In closing, I leave you with 3 things. I leave you with my congratulations, my best wishes, and a profound hope that you will be like Dick and Connie. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Puffenberger. We're almost done. Just a couple more things. I'd like to present 2 more faculty awards or announce the winners. The winner of this year's Eisler Award for first-year teaching, as selected by the first-year class, is Professor Eric Chafee. Congratulations, Professor Chafee. And the winner of this year's Faculty Scholarship Award is Professor Rebecca Sitlow. It's now my great pleasure to give this year's Dean's Award. I first met this year's recipient in first-year property. She's an absolutely amazing student and a wonderful person. She served as an editor of the Law Review, where she did an outstanding job organizing this year's symposium. During law school, she interned at the United States Attorney's Office, and after graduation, she will serve in the United States Army Judge Advocate General Corps. Congratulations to this year's Dean's Award winner, Haley Mize. Haley, come on up. Hey, congratulations. You're welcome. Take off the mask.
Sure. I'm shaking. I'm sorry. I'm really emotional.
All right. Congratulations. Not supposed to do that, but that's okay. On the topic of military service, those of our graduates who have served or are currently serving in the United States Armed Forces are wearing military service cords. Could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. We're almost done. We have 2 more things I'd like to do. I'd like all of you graduates, I'd like you to stand for a moment, please. First, we have a wonderful group of teachers here at the College of Law. I'd like you to recognize the faculty who guided you through your years at the College of Law. Second, I'd like you to turn to the audience and give a round of applause to the people who supported and encouraged you throughout law school. We recognize the very valuable role in your education that they've played. Congratulations. You may be seated. To you, the members of the classes of 2020 and 2021, we salute your achievements, join your enthusiasm for the future, and wish you the greatest success and professional fulfillment. I hope you are as proud to be graduates of the College of Law as we are of you. I hope, too, that you will remain connected with the school as we build for the future and work together to keep the College of Law a place of which we can be proud. This completes our ceremony. The platform party, faculty, and graduate recessional will be through the door on my left. Graduates, please wait until your row is released. When you exit, please go directly to meet your guests outside by your vehicles. Juris Doctor students should then return your regalia and pick up your diploma frame from the College of Law Alumni Affiliate at a drive-thru in the College of Law parking lot in the back of Area 12. Thank you for joining us on this important day. Let's have one more really loud round of applause for today's graduates.
you.